This Tech Times article will show you how to avoid getting rug pulled when dealing with NFT-powered games. So yes, we know that crypto is a Wild West frontier. It's barely 10 years old. Well, it just had its 10th birthday, so it's entering middle school now. The awkward years. Regulators are looking at it more closely now. And we've been dealing with scammers and rug pulls for a while because of the permissionless nature of blockchains and the borderless status of different projects and all that. So the question is, what is a rug pull? Well, a rug pull is when the development team of a project, usually anonymous or pseudonymous, like they have usernames, but you don't know who's connected to them. It's when they basically take all the funds that are staked within their protocol or their game or whatever, and then they just like bounce and the project dies overnight. Whatever crypto assets were created for that specific application become useless. Something like, for example, BitConnect coins, right? And they're gone. They're gone with the real funds, like the Ethereum that they collected in liquidity pools or what have you. So that's what a rug pull is. They literally pull the rug. And sometimes it's hard to tell which projects are legitimate and which aren't. So this article should hopefully help you with a few tips. So this Tech Times article cites that when you're researching different projects and games, it's important to know what the game is about. If the game seems something kind of weird or something you don't understand or random, or you don't really get why it's a game, then it's a caution flag. It's not necessarily a red flag, but it's a caution flag. So the article also says that when looking at developers, do as much due diligence as you can to find out who they are, what their professional backgrounds are, and what they did before this project, things like that. You can connect the dots with some research on the developers. So the article also talks a little bit about roadmaps. The roadmap is like the battle plan for the project that looks into the future to let the community know what it's planning on doing. Keep in mind on the roadmap, like, what are they trying to do? Now, granted, shady projects can, of course, shoot for the moon on their roadmap and promise all kinds of different things and blah, 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 blah. But as the project goes on, it's useful to like snapshot their roadmap, see how it changes, see what things they achieved. And if they're achieving like legitimate things, then that's a good sign. So another thing that this article mentions is the game mechanics. Is it a fun game to play? And I think that's something that Axie Infinity and Flinderlands are doing well. And that's probably why they were name dropped in this article. Flinderlands is a really cool project that takes the general mechanics of a role-playing card game and then applies it to blockchain so that the cards are digital and scarce. And this is something that blockchain can achieve. With Axie Infinity, it's like a battle collecting breeding game that has multiple different facets to it and different stages to the game. You can do different things that other games, it's like you can only do that one thing, but with Axie Infinity, it's just a small part of that entire game. So I think that the depth of the game is important in assessing different projects, and this article did a pretty good job of separating games like Splinterlands and Axie Infinity from games that could be potentially shady and rug-pulling type games. So also, these projects may have partners as well. And depending on how shady and rug-pully the project is, they might have wild claims about being partnered with major game studios, or we're in talks with Ubisoft right now. But wherever possible, you can do due diligence on these partners that are listed on the project's website too. You know, as this industry grows and develops, I think that legitimacy will rise to the top just as the cream does. And over time, I think that games like Axie Infinity and Splinterlands will gain the recognition that they deserve for being legitimate projects and games. And then games and projects that are just shady fly-by-night operations are going to become more obvious over time. But thanks for joining me on this. You can learn more about this article. I did not cover all of the information here. You can, of course, click the link in the description to read the entire article and see what's going on with these projects and how to research them and determine their legitimacy for yourself. And you can also get your free account at MarketSquare at marketsquare.io. And you can follow us and subscribe right here on our video channels. We'll see you next time, and bye.